Hello, my dear student. So this is Samarpan sir again with the next lesson from your Honeydew books, a textbook in English for class 8. So we completed our first chapter. That was the best Christmas present in the world, and now we are going to deal with the next chapter, and the name of the chapter is a tsunami. Okay, the tsunami is the name of the chapter. Okay, so before moving to the chapter, look at the image here and try to learn the name. North Andaman, Middle Andaman, Lower Andaman, Port Blair, Andaman Sea, Little Andaman, Car Nicobar, Indian Ocean, Nicobar Island, Tarasha, Narkoni, Kachal, Little Nicobar and Great Nicobar. Okay, now read the sentences below, write the incorrect ones after correcting the mistakes. Kachal is an island. It is a part of the Andaman groups of island. Narkoni is an island in the Nicobar group. Kachal and the Narkoni are more than 100 miles apart. The Andaman and Nicobar Island are to the west of India. The Nicobar Island are the north of the Andaman Island. Okay, so these are the works you have to do by yourself. So today in this video I am just going to explain you the chapter, the tsunami. Okay, let us see what is written in this chapter. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquake under the sea. On 26th December 2004, a tsunami hits Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Island and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of the courage and survival. Did animals sense that a tsunami wave was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. Okay, so and it begins a day after Christmas, that is 26th December 2004. That type of the terror the world had never seen. In the very morning when the most people were sleeping, a tsunami hit Thailand and the parts of India, Andaman and Nicobar Island and the Tamil Nadu coast. These areas suffer a lot due to the tsunami of 2004. It resulted, or its consequences was a huge losses of lives and property. So can you tell me what do you mean by tsunami, or what is tsunami? Okay, let me tell you first. A tsunami is a very powerful wave caused due to earthquake under ocean or sea. The tsunami of 2004 was considered to be a deadliest tsunami ever. It was accountable for the loss of lives more than 1 lakh people, or more than 1,50,000 people from many southeastern countries of the world. The tsunami of 2004 was responsible for the loss of many people, more than 1,50,000 people from the southeast countries of the world. And if we talk about India, Tamil Nadu part and the part of the Andaman and Nicobar Island, killing more than 6,000 people. And in this story, we will get a few courageous story and survival story. It is said that the animal have super sense, that they can have idea of coming danger or the forthcoming danger. Okay, let us see some courageous story of people. Let us see. Unit 1. This story are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Now, just take out pencil and take out your books and underline the difficult words. Here is the word archipelago. It is a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. Okay, underline the word archipelago. So if you don't have book, look at the video, because I am providing PDF file itself of this chapter, so you can look at the mobile screen also. So write down the word in your copy, archipelago, and the meaning is a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. So we are going to learn the story of Andaman and Nicobar Island, which was suffered due to the tsunami of 2004. Okay, let's get started. Ignatius was the manager of cooperative society in Kachal. So Kachal is a group of, it is a name of an island in Andaman and Nicobar group. His wife woke up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television, set up in the table, and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. When the tremors stopped, underline the word tremors. Tremors means a slight shake, earth tremors, or the earth shake during an earthquake. They saw the sea rising in the chaos and confusion. Two of his children caught hold the hand of their mother's father and the mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. Now, so underline the word cause. It means a complete disorder of confusion. Can pronounce as a chaos. Okay, so here is a story of a man, Ignatius. The story we just read are from the story of Andaman and Nicobar Island. It is the story of Andaman and Nicobar Island. And the story starts with a man named Ignatius. Ignatius was a manager of cooperative society in Kachal. During a tsunami, Ignatius managed to save his 3 children out of 5, but his wives and 3 children and 2 of his relatives were washed away by tsunami. Firstly, his wife woke him up at around 6 a.m. in the morning. When she felt an earthquake, she woke them all up. First things he did was he took his television carefully on the ground. After that, he went out of his house with all his family members. After coming out, they saw a huge wave in the sea. In the situation, everyone rushed to the different direction. Now, everybody was to a different direction. So, during tsunami, Ignatius, he managed to save his 3 children, but his wives and 2 relatives with 2 children were washed away by the tsunami in front of the eyes of Ignatius. Ignatius lost his wife, his children, and his relatives due to the tsunami. This is the story of Ignatius. Next one. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in a Kachal island of Nicobar groups of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves, but then he heard cries for help from the wife of Zone, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. Now, another story. The next story was of a brave police person named Sanjeev. He was also in Kachal. He was posted in Kachal. He also somehow managed to manage himself with his wife and his baby daughter from the wave. But when he heard help cries from his cook, he jumped into the water to rescue her. But as a result, what happened? Both Sanjeev and his cook swept away by the tsunami. 13 years old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 old other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding to a wooden door. 11 times she saw a relief helicopter overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a water and was found walking on the shore in a daze. Now, so next story. Now comes the story of Meghna, a 13 years old girl who was also swept along with her parents and the 77 other people. Meghna hooked on the piece of wood and spent 2 days floating in the sea. A rescue helicopter did come there, but no one saw her. After a few days, she was brought to a shore by a wave and she was almost half dead. She was about to die. This all thing happens due to the huge tsunami of 2004. Alam Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of the Carmel convent in Port Villa, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother, Rahila's home was in the Nankarwe island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the Tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alam's father saw the sea's water rushing back with the great force. He woke up everyone and tried to rush them to a safer place. As the rain, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. Alam's mother and aunt stood still to the leaves of the coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. Alam saw a log of wood floating. She climbed on it, then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in hospital of the Kamota. From there she was brought to the Port Pilar. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still domestic now. So the last story was of Alam Javed. She was a 10 years old girl, studied at the Colonel Convent School in Port Pilar. So they went to the Kachal or the Narkaba island to celebrate Christmas. When the earthquake happens, all of them were sleeping. Suddenly her father noticed a recede, a coming wave of water. He woke up everyone and tried to rush them in a safer place. As they ran away, Alam's grandfather was hit on head by something and he fell down. Alam's father rushed to save him, but unfortunately both father and son were swept away by the giant wave of tsunami. Alam's mother and aunt were also washed away by the tsunami. So, in this way, Alam's lost his whole family. Alam's lost his whole family. And after that, what happened? Alam saw a piece of wood floating, and somehow she able to climb on it. She fainted, or she lost her sense there. And when she woke up, she found herself in a Kamota hospital. And from that Kamota hospital, she was brought to the Port Blair. So Port Blair, Port Blair was the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Island. She was still domestic, or she was still greatly shocked by the incident. That's why she does not want to talk about the incident to anyone. Okay, it was a very hurting story. Numerous people lost their lives due to a tsunami. As you can imagine, as you can see in the picture here also, the people were suffering. Everything was washed away by the tsunami. Everything was washed away by the tsunami. More than the 6,000 people lost their lives due to the tsunami of 2004. And we recently learned some stories of Ignatius, who was the manager of cooperative society in Kachar. He lost his wife and his children with the relatives. Then Sanjeev was washed away with his cook, Meghna, Alam Javed. So this was the story of 2004 tsunami disaster. I hope you understood the chapter, and if any confusion, you can make me call or send your question through WhatsApp. So just go through the book or go through the chapter once and try to do the comprehension check. Okay, it is true or false. Till then, I will be back with the unit 2 very soon. So till then, stay safe, stay at home, and do your work, and don't stop learning. Thank you.